Whether you're selling your home or you're going to live there for the next 50 years, you want the kitchen to be performance enhanced. You want it to be functional. You want it to be beautiful. You want it to be timeless. So this video is going to help you achieve that by looking at the mistakes that these people made when they're trying to sell their homes. You walk into these homes and you're like, oh my gosh, that is so unfortunate that they did that. This kitchen is really unfortunate because it looks so beautiful. They put a lot of money into making this kitchen look aesthetically pleasing, but there are some problems. Some big problems, in my opinion. As you can see, it's a beautiful open concept kitchen. Nice and bright, white cabinets, beautiful gray veined countertops. I'm not sure what they are, but they look really, really nice. The waterfall, they got the beautiful tile, they got the glass doors going to the ceiling. I mean, they've really thought through how to make this look nice. But man, they really missed the mark on a few things. What I really want you to notice in this kitchen is the range location. They have all of this wall space with an unfortunate window placement, and they put the range on this little return wall. They have all this counter space, all this prep area, all this usable space, and the range is jammed into this corner with no real usable landing area around it. When you're designing a kitchen, be very intentional on where you put the range. Make sure you have appropriate landing area around it. I do love the fridge location in this kitchen because it's closer to the other living areas, which I think is important. Another thing that bugs me is why do they have the mixer way up in this cabinet? How are you going to get at that without a ladder? Those things are heavy. Is it a showpiece? Beautiful inset doors. I do like the look of this kitchen. Not enough drawers in my opinion. Where are all the drawer banks? Maybe there's pullouts inside those cabinets, but I don't know. I got the feeling there's just a shelf in there. I do appreciate that they blended the outlet and outlet cover in the side of the island because it is a waterfall, and having an outlet stuck in a waterfall end is kind of I don't know, why would you do that? But they did a really good job of hiding that. So, okay, bonus to them for that, but the rest of this kitchen has some issues. Here's a look at the island. Nothing really wrong here. They have your microwave, they have looks like garbage, another cabinet, odd handles. They could have maybe arranged those a little better. When you look at this kitchen, it looks very symmetrical, and we all love symmetry. At least I love symmetry, but not at the expense of the functionality of the rest of the space. In my opinion, what should have happened in this kitchen is you take that sink and dishwasher and put it in the island. I know, I even say try not to put anything in an island, but in this instance, put that stuff in the island. Get rid of that window. You don't need that window. What are you looking at? The side of your neighbor's house and your fence. It looks horrible. It's the worst view I've ever seen in any kitchen window ever. So get rid of that thing. But maybe there's a homeowners association that won't let you. I doubt it. This is the side of the house. No one ever sees that window. I think you can get rid of this window. Now put the range on that back wall and make it look spectacular with tons of landing area on either side. You have this beautiful range hood. You have this beautiful range. It's just stuck in the corner. Very useless. At least explore the ideas possible with your designer. If you have this kind of setup and you're like, well, I wonder what this would look like if we remove the window. Maybe there's budget involved. I don't know all the details, obviously, or the context of how this all happened, but I'm just saying this could have been designed a little bit better. See what I mean? Look at how unfortunate this is. You have these two little skinny, narrow cabinets on either side of your range. I'm not saying it's not a beautiful kitchen. It just should be laid out differently to make it more functional. Function is king. You want to make sure that you have a functional kitchen before you have anything else. And by moving this range, this would also look better. So you're not sacrificing aesthetic appeal by moving things around, at least trying to, and making this more functional. I mean, look at all this counter space and look at all these cabinets with no drawers. Put more drawers in there. They got really expensive countertop. Inset cabinets are generally more expensive. They're going to the ceiling. They got the glass. I think they have the budget to make this happen. Put some drawers in this thing. Make it functional. All right, this kitchen is also quite unfortunate. I've never seen a kitchen like this one. Let's put it that way. At first glance, it looks like it's just tucked in some kind of random odd room. It doesn't even look like it was designed to be a kitchen. They were just like, oh, shoot, we forgot to put a kitchen in this place. Let's just jam it here in this back room somewhere. I'm not a huge fan of horizontal handle placement on cabinet doors. Not a lot of drawers in this one either, as you can see already just from this little picture, but a lot of base cabinets with a lot of shelves. And what is up with that oven? The fridge just sticking out in all its glory. Here you go, looking in from the other room. There's a random freezer, I guess, or another fridge sticking out there in this other little room. I don't know what that room is, little offshoot. No drawers, again, just a couple top drawers. Really, none of them are very usable because there's a range in one, there's a sink there, and then you have these other drawers, so not a good showing. The tile is just screaming at me. but I mean, wait a few years. This will be very popular again. Tile countertops are never a great idea. What's up with the flooring? Like, just so much stuff happening here. A lot of interesting architecture happening here. I guess that's really what's going on. Whoa, hello. There's your faucet. Why is that a picture in the MLS listing? Here's the faucet you're going to get. They could have at least cleaned the sink a little bit. Like, there's a big stain on the sink and it's all dirty inside. Even the faucet has dirt stains on it and just dried water stains. Like, at least make it look half decent. This isn't a special faucet, by the way. It's just probably a Moen, which is great and all, but not like anything you need to take a picture of. And then this tile. You're probably buying this kitchen for the tile. This would have to be like your thing. You're like, wow, I really absolutely love this tile. Good luck cleaning that. That's all I have to say. The kitchen makes more sense now that you see the dining room table that looks like it came from a yard sale. Then they went to Buckingham Palace and stole 2 chairs from their dining room. You got this ultra modern light fixture hanging over the top of it. Just super eclectic. So I appreciate the eclecticness of this kitchen, but I mean, like, it's pretty harsh. I guess you got some counter space. There's no landing area around that range top. There's a little bit of prep area. You got these brutal cabinets that are hard to get into. Over the fridge, it looks like you can store your DVD collection. So this is great. Next. All right, Mark, what's wrong with this kitchen? It looks beautiful. This is another unfortunate kitchen. What are they thinking about here with this fridge? Why is it just sticking out there like this sore thumb with a cabinet above it? It looks monstrous. There's no side panels to make it look like it fits in the space. It's just stuck there. Now, maybe you have the argument, well, they plan on making this bigger in the future, but I rarely buy that argument. Put the panels on there. They're not that much more expensive. I don't know why you didn't put panels on it. Why is the fridge just sticking there out in the wide open like this? They're putting something on top of that fridge that they're getting at from the side. Otherwise, this is an okay kitchen. They have a nice island. There's nothing on the island. And at first glance, you're like, where's the sink? But you can see there's other cabinets here. So let me show you. There's this other section of kitchen with an island in between. So you have this peninsula, an island, and the rest of the kitchen. So a very big, expansive space, a lot of counter space, a lot of area, a lot of walking around room. The kitchen triangle is completely ignored here, which is fine. I don't really care about the kitchen triangle that much. But there's quite a walk between the sink and the fridge and the range, and you got this island in the middle. So overall, the functionality, clearance-wise, workflow-wise, could be a little bit better. You know what? Forget drawers. Forget accessibility. Let's just put cabinets with shelves, because that's clearly what everybody wants these days. Another look at this kitchen. Nice big space. As you can see, though, quite a distance between the sink and the range. That's something you want to think about, is the workflow and how those things are connected and the distances you're going to be traveling. Might not be a big deal for you, but if it is, just consider that work triangle concept. You don't have to obey it to the T, but just think about how that relates to your use of the kitchen. The sink is kind of oddly placed really far to the left, close to that wall. Maybe its placement could be a little better. I mean, this kitchen isn't too bad. You got the pot filler, which some of you absolutely love, some of you hate. You've got a really nice industrial range hood, which I think is great. Lots of air being drawn out of there, so that's excellent. Hopefully it's vented somewhere. That would be even better. You got the glass doors. Whatever, they're fine. They flank the range hood to make it look, beautiful and aesthetically pleasing. And then you just have this butt ugly fridge with a dent in the side of it. At first glance, this is a beautiful kitchen. I do like the color. It's a nice break from the beige and the whites. I like this door style, just a plain slab door. I think there's nothing wrong with that. But there are some issues with this kitchen, obviously, that's why it's in the video. Here's what I think should have happened. Take the range and put it on the fridge wall and make it look like it fits there. And this, you have this one cabinet to the right, you have nothing to the left, dishwasher beside it. It's just like, you ran out of space, you got to put the range somewhere, and this is what happens. Take that and put it on that wall. Take the fridge out of there, take the pantry out of there, and put it on that wall. Take your fridge and your oven cabinet and put your fridge and oven cabinet and pantry on that back wall. Just bam, put it all right there. You have tons of room for it. Now you have your nice window, your sink, you turn the corner, tons of room for your range. You still have this nice big island that you can have there with your seating and your countertop and your entertainment. It's all beautiful. But no, you just went and did this. You got a kitchen out of it. And you didn't put any drawers in this kitchen. Again, forget it. I guess drawers aren't a thing. You got a Lazy Susan cabinet there. That's all you need. I mean, look, you have all this space. Oh, they have a drawer bank. Well, they have a drawer bank. I am very, very happy. And they have some drawers under the range. So at least this one has a few drawers. There's room for a lot more, but anyway. While I say you should be framing in your refrigerator, you should do it in such a way that it looks like it's built in. Not just that it's slid into a hole. You can see the back wall behind the refrigerator. You don't want to do that. A little bit of molding, a little bit of filler, and it looks like it really belongs there and it fits in. And there's a double sink. Now this kitchen is also quite unfortunate because, well, I mean, look at it. I mean, just one look at this kitchen, you're like, okay, something's off. I don't know what it is. Let's start with the sink. Okay, it's just in this really brutal location. It's like half under the window and half not under the window. And then you have your dishwasher. And then for some reason, they put the range in the corner. Why? Then they have this microwave cabinet that sticks out because it's in a wall application. Like when you insert a microwave into a wall cabinet, you need to have a deeper wall cabinet. So you need to be strategic about where you place that wall cabinet because it sticks out like a sore thumb if it's not against something else that's deep, like a refrigerator, a pantry, a return wall, something else that will kind of hide the fact that this thing is sticking out there. So you'd never put it by itself, and especially by itself next to just another wall cabinet that's not as deep as it. It ends up looking like this. So that's why the best location for microwaves are either countertop level or in a pantry unit itself, or like I said, next to another tall item to hide the fact that it's sticking out like a sore thumb, like this one is. There's no reason to put this range in the corner. They did this to be fancy. I can't think of any other reason why they would do it. It's driving me bananas. Just put the range on the wall. You have tons of room on that other wall with the window for your sink and your dishwasher. Then you have this nice little beautiful L-shaped kitchen with lots of landing area, things in appropriate spaces. You try cleaning that beautiful slab backsplash that you have there. You're going to need a mop? How a Swiffer? Like, how are you going to reach that? It's going to be a nightmare to get at, and that's going to get dirty and messy and just difficult. I mean, this is the biggest waste of a corner I've ever seen. And what's with this open cabinet next to the sink? What is that for? What are you doing there? So they are not selling the refrigerator with this space, obviously. They took it and removed it from the kitchen, but you can see that there's no panel on that refrigerator either. Let's take that other fridge from that other kitchen with the dent in the side of it and put it in here. I mean, why not? Here's the island. Are they just putting cabinets in these things? Here's your cabinets. Nothing matches in size, which is fine. It doesn't have to. They could be use-specific cabinets. So I'm guessing one is a pull-out, like, recycle trash bin. They got a drawer bank. They have a cabinet, which I'm going to hope has some pullouts. Then they have this other cabinet. For some reason, it's hinged to the right. 2 really big drawer banks here would be great. You're shopping for a home, you're driving down the avenue, the street, the neighborhood, the community that you are interested in. You see this beautiful home and you walk in and this is what you're faced with. You're like, what in the world am I going to do with this? No, like everything else is great. The lawn is manicured to perfection. It's got shrubs and trees and the view is beautiful. It's in a cul-de-sac. It's just everything you could want and bleh. Oh, man. Do you see what I mean by the fridge thing? Do you see what I'm going on about? I know I say it in every kitchen so far that we've looked at because all of them have not had panels. Here's a look of a kitchen that has a panel. It looks 100 times better. Now you have this. The cabinet above the fridge is not full depth. It's in this weird little alcove, which I guess they're trying to mask the depth of it, but then they still have just nothing on the side of it, so it stands out like a sore thumb anyways. And I like rustic, but this is dirty rustic to me. What is going on with the handle placements in these doors? Let's make our kitchen as unfunctional as possible. Let's take the wall cabinet pulls and put them really high, and let's take the base cabinet pulls and put them really low. So it's already even more inconvenient to get into. Let's do that. And let's forget about drawer banks because we don't need those. Throw this fridge in this hole and put shutters on our window and then call it a day. I mean, what in the world? I'm being super harsh on this one. Take a look at this angle. Tile countertop, which is just not recommended ever. Very, very unfortunate. I hope you enjoyed my little rant about these kitchens. Of course, I don't know the full context behind the decisions that were made. So this is all for fun and in good humor, but hopefully you learned a few things along the way, especially to panel the fridge and put some drawers and just do the simple things. We'll see you on the next video. Check this one out if you're interested in what you do at your sink. Bye-bye.